Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. We are so excited to see you today. My name is Travis Holloway, and I get to serve here as the principal of the Academy Charter High School in Hempstead. We are so grateful for each and every one of you being here with us today. We're grateful today for our founder and our CEO, Bishop Barrington Goldson, who's here with us today. The chairman of our board, Pastor Robert Stewart. Our chief academic officer, Dr. Nicholas Stapelton. Our chief development officer, Mr. Wayne Haughton. Our chief people and legal officer, Mrs. Sandria Oneil. Our group chief financial officer, Mr. Alwyn Burke. Our assistant principals, Mrs. Roberta Cummings-Smith and Mrs. Judy Campbell. Our guests for this afternoon, Ambassador John Bolton. We welcome you, our entire staff, our families. We're so happy that you're here with us. The reason that we're here, we're about to start, so if you could stand on your feet with me. If you could stand on your feet with me. I know that we are all excited this year to be graduating our class of 2022. It is my distinct honor and privilege to begin this graduation ceremony by welcoming the entrance of our graduates, the class of 2022.
Good afternoon. My name is Alexander Escobar, and I'm a graduating senior who will be attending New York University this upcoming fall. It is my pleasure to welcome students, family, and faculty, and special guests to our 2022 graduation ceremony. I am so happy that you all were able to make it here today for this momentous celebration that will start the beginning of the next chapters of our lives. At this time, I want to welcome Kyle Lucas onto the stage, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good afternoon. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please welcome Yelin Maldonado to lead us in the Academy Star Pledge.
As an Academy Star, I pledge to be here every day on time. I will keep myself and others safe. I will strive to have a positive attitude. I will always try to do and be my best. I will respect myself and others. I will accept responsibilities for my actions. Today I will learn, tomorrow lead and serve. Please welcome Lorenda Dorisman to the stage to sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land and of the free, and the home of the brave, the brave. Please welcome to the stage Marby and Michelle in the singing of Lift Every Voice and Sing. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberties. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Please help me warmly welcome our very own founder and chief executive, Bishop Barrington Goldson.
Good afternoon, you may be seated. Congratulations, class of 2022. Can we make some noise for them this afternoon? Oh, come on, we can do better, we can do better. We want to welcome former National Secretary and Ambassador John Bolton. Can you let him feel welcome this afternoon? On behalf of the entire staff and executive team, Principal Holloway, Assistant Principal Campbell and Smith, we want to thank all the staff and the board of the Academy for an excellent job done. When the school started 13 years ago, we never thought this would be the outcome. We are proud of what God has helped us to achieve and what you have done. This is a great day for us to celebrate, and I want to let this class know, particularly the Valediction. I told him last year, I see him sitting in the seat of a judge. He's posturing and poised to become an engineer, but I see judgeship all over him. Let me borrow your sunglasses, Mr. Haughton. My speech is going to be summarized in just this. Class of 2022, your future is so bright, it dazzles my eyes. God bless you. Go forth and conquer.
Good afternoon, Academy family. Can we put our hands together for the graduating class of 2022? My name is Robert Stewart. I'm the chairman of the board of the Academy Charter School. And I'd like to applaud our board members who are here today. Can they stand so we can honor them and celebrate them? Put your hands together for Trustee Claudette Harrison and Trustee Maria Grant. To all our executive leadership staff and all those that are here this morning, we honor you and we celebrate you. This is indeed a tremendous day. As we leave this morning, I just want to leave you one line that is true to you as you move forward. The world is a university, and everybody in this university is your teacher. So every day you wake up, make sure you go to class. As you leave this moment, this is not just a graduation, but this is the beginning of your future. So celebrate that beginning. Lastly, I want to honor and thank all of our parents. Can we put our hands together for the greatest parents? Come on, you can do better, students, for your parents. We celebrate you and we believe your future is going to be great. We thank our founding board chair and also our CEO, Barrington Goldson, and all the leadership of this school. And we are excited as you learn, lead, and serve into the new future. God bless you.
Good afternoon, Academy family. I'm Sandria Oneil, and I'm our Chief People and Legal Officer. And I want to just add my personal congratulations to the class of 2022. I know many of you from my days on the PTO, so I'm very, very glad to see that you've grown up to be good, great young adults moving on with your lives. And my own little word for you today is just to recall that you are the class that was in the middle of 10th grade when the pandemic hit. And so you have seen COVID for 3 years in school, and you have been resilient and you have been flexible. So my 2 words for you today is to continue to be resilient and to be flexible, and the sky's the limit. As Bishop says, your future is very bright, and whatever you want to do in life, if you keep that same energy of being resilient and pushing yourself through and being flexible through all that's happened, you will do great. So I'm here to introduce to you this year's Salutatorian. And excuse me because I have no glasses, so I have to put the words out really far for me. So this year our Salutatorian is Robert Kelly, and I have the esteemed pleasure to introduce him today. During Robert's time at the Academy, as a scholar of the Academy Charter High School, Robert has earned a 4.05 unweighted GPA. He served as the president of Student Government and Spanish Honor Society and was a legislative intern for Josh Lafazan. Additionally, he was a peer tutor and was the director of information for Next Generation Diplomacy. Join me in congratulating him as he's honored as the class of 2022 Salutatorian. Robert will be attending Howard University in the fall to study finance. Welcome, Robert Kelly.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Founder Bishop Barrington Goldson and Senior Leadership Team, Chairman Robert Stewart, members of the Board of Trustees, Principal Holloway, Academy administrators, teachers, staff, friends, family, distinguished guests, and the class of 2022. Welcome to the Academy's 3rd ever graduation ceremony. My name is Robert Khalil Kelly, and it is my esteemed pleasure to serve as your student body president, and I am greatly honored to stand before you as the salutatorian for the class of 2022. I would like to congratulate all of my peers for this monumental accomplishment. We have successfully completed 4 years of high school, and today we are gathered to celebrate all of our hard work and reflect on our experience. I would like to start by thanking 4 groups of people. First, the Lord up above, because it is through him all blessings flow, and I would not be the man I am today without him. Second, I honor my family, my loving parents who would give the world to watch me succeed, and my aunts, uncles, and cousins for all of the time and hope you invested in me. I love you all. Third, the teachers, faculty, and staff here at the Academy. On behalf of the class of 2022, thank you. Thank you for giving us the knowledge, passion, and ambition to become world-class competitive scholars, community leaders, and world changers. And lastly, the class of 2022. We came here to do the thing, and we did the thing. Amen? Amen. Growing up, I was always troubled by a single question. What do you want to be when you grow older? Not a day went by when I didn't ask myself this question. And after seemingly endless soul searching, I confused the line between what I wanted to be and what I felt I needed to be. School was my escape from this problem. To me, academic success was all I needed to be successful in the future. I would spend countless restless nights studying, but academics didn't help me find the answers I've been searching for. Over time, my mindset began to change, and I really thought about what it meant to be asked the question, what do you want to be? I started thinking, and I realized that to be has so much finality to it. This mindset limits our potential, and our growth as people is halted the second we arrive at whatever it is we set out to be. So instead, today I pose to you this question. What do you want to become? We live in a society where we are taught to associate our worth with the things we are actively doing, not the things we've already overcome in the past or the people we are trying to become in the future. However, the beauty about the mindset of becoming is that this is an ongoing process, one that allows us to be more agile when life throws at us more than we think we can handle. This mindset removes us from the idea that we are bound by the goals we set, and instead, we can always succeed them because our success is only defined by the lengths we are willing to go. Sacrifice is a necessary part of any journey. Let me tell you, success is not a comfortable thing to do. It is the product of stubborn, unyielding, relentless, and incalculable effort. Our success is equal to our perseverance. And due to my perseverance, I am so proud to announce that this fall I'll be attending the illustrious Howard University. I hope that this can be an example of the success that could be obtained when we persevere through adversity and remain ambitious in everything we do. As we embark on this next chapter in our lives, I want you to take the time to ask yourself the following questions. How can I find and seize my legacy? What impact do I want to leave behind? How can I become significant? A quote from United States First Lady reads as follows. For me, becoming isn't about arriving at a certain destination or achieving a certain aim. I see it instead as forward motion, a means of constantly evolving, a way to reach continuously towards a better self. The journey never ends. We are on our way to greatness, and I so look forward to seeing all of the things we will accomplish in the future. Today, we have learned, and we are on our way to lead and serve in the future. Class of 2022, we came here to do the thing, and now the thing is done. We overcame, we persevered, and we conquered. I love you from the bottom of my heart. And as I conclude this speech, I want you to remember that this is just the beginning. We are about to become so much more than we are in this moment. So remember that even if you lose your way, or you've forgotten everything you've already overcome, remember that better is still coming. We are still becoming. Congratulations, class of 2022. Now please help me welcome Ivana Rivera to sing a beautiful rendition of Listen.
Listen to the song here in my heart, a melody I found but can't complete. Listen to the sound from deep within. It's only beginning to find release. Oh, the time has come for my dreams to be heard. They will not be pushed aside or words into your own, or 'cause you won't listen. Listen, I am alone at a crossroads. I'm not at home in my own home, and I'll try to say what's on my mind. You should have known, and now I'm done believing you. have listened. There's someone here inside, someone I thought had died so long ago. Oh, I'm screaming out, and my dreams will be heard. They will not be pushed aside onwards into your own, all 'cause you won't listen. Listen, I am alone at a crossroads. I'm not at home in my own home, and I tried to say what's on my mind. You should have known, and now I'm done believing you. You don't know what I'm feeling. I'm more than what you made of me. I followed the voice you think you gave to me, but now I gotta find my own. I don't know where I belong, but I'll be moving on if you don't. If you listen, the song here in my heart, a melody I start, but I will complete. Now I'm done believing you. You don't know what I'm feeling. I'm more than what you made of me. I followed the voice you think you gave to me, but now I gotta find my own, my
John R. Bolton served as Assistant to the President for National Security Affairs from April 8, 2018 until his resignation on September 10, 2019. From January 2007 until April 2018, he served as a Senior Fellow at American Enterprise Institute in Washington. John R. Bolton was appointed as United States Permanent Representative to the United Nations on August 1, 2005 and served until his resignation in December 2006. Prior to his appointment, Ambassador Bolton served as Under Secretary of State for Arms Control and International Security from May 2001 to May 2005. Throughout his distinguished career, Ambassador Bolton has been a staunch defender of American interests. While Under Secretary of State, he repeatedly advocated tough measures against the nuclear weapons programs of both Iran and North Korea, and the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction worldwide. He led negotiations for America to withdraw from the 1972 Anti-Ballistic Missile Treaty so that the Bush administration could proceed with a national missile defense program. Ambassador Bolton has spent many years of his career in public service. Previous positions he has held include Assistant Secretary for International Organization Affairs at the Department of State, 1989 to 1993, Assistant Attorney General, Department of Justice, 1985 to 1989. Assistant Administrator for Program and Policy Coordination. U.S. Agency for International Development, 1982 to 1983 and General Counsel, U.S. Agency for International Development, 1981 to 1982. Ambassador Bolton is the author of Surrender is Not an Option. Defending America at the UN and Abroad, published by Simon & Schuster, November 2007, and How Barack Obama is Endangering Our National Sovereignty, published by Encounter Books, April 2010. Ambassador Bolton was born in Baltimore, Maryland. He graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree, summa cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa, from Yale College in 1970, and received his Juris Doctor from Yale Law School in 1974. He currently resides in Maryland with his wife, Gretchen. They have one daughter, Jennifer Sarah, who also graduated from Yale College, and received her MBA and SM degrees from MIT in 2014 and is currently a senior manager at Nissan's manufacturing facility in Nashville.
circumstances that you have to deal with. Can you hear me now? Okay. The rest was, the first part was just congratulating the class of 2022. Go ahead and applaud again. Now, there's really little value in complaining about the circumstances that you were given, although that's the popular thing to do these days. The real question for the graduates is how you measure yourself for the long road ahead. How's your character? How's your self-discipline? Are you taking full advantage of your education? How's your work ethic? Are you working hard enough to realize your full potential? The answers to these questions are fully under your control. And that is one critical reason why America remains a place where its citizens can achieve their aspirations. The great inventor Thomas Edison once said that genius was 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration. That definition actually applies far more broadly than the rare category of genius. Now, maybe you will get lucky and win the lottery leaving graduation ceremonies today, but maybe not. For nearly everyone, most things in life are not under your control. So the proper conclusion, which should be obvious, but these days is not, is that you maximize what is under your control to achieve your goals, whatever they may be. Let's consider just a few examples of how people from widely different backgrounds exhibit these vital characteristics to overcome what may at first seem like daunting challenges. My first example is my former boss, Colin Powell, who served as Secretary of State under George W. Bush. Secretary Powell chose me to be his undersecretary in charge of arms control and international security, so I had the privilege of working with him on many issues. For example, we carried out America's withdrawal from the 1972 Anti-Ballistic Missile Treaty so that the United States could build nationwide missile defenses to protect our innocent civilians from rogue states. Secretary Powell published a memoir in 1995 after retiring as chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, ending his long military career with the U.S.-led coalition's liberation of Kuwait in the First Persian Gulf War. Appropriately entitled My American Journey, the memoir describes his parents coming to New York from Jamaica, his birth in Harlem, and his years growing up in the South Bronx. Secretary Powell didn't consider himself in any sense underprivileged. His father worked hard, his mother was a hard-working housewife, and he lived in an ethnically mixed neighborhood that he loved, even while describing it as hardly elm trees and picket fences. It was the same police precinct later depicted in the 1981 Paul Newman movie, Fort Apache, the Bronx. Although, as Secretary Powell stressed in his day, most families were intact and secure. Yet while his early life was not terribly strained, he felt no sense of purpose, no direction. He didn't concentrate on his education, barely gaining promotion from the 3rd grade to the 4th. He was not admitted to the top academic high school in his area, as his older sister had been. He achieved basically a C grade average in high school. As he said of himself, I lacked drive, not ability. I was a happy-go-lucky kid, amenable, amiable, and aimless. In matters of religious faith, he reports that I was a believer, but no saint. Secretary Powell said that his racial consciousness was low growing up because everyone in his neighborhood seemed to be from some kind of ethnic or religious minority. His neighbors read the Daily News and the Post. No one read the New York Times. He was accepted at both CCNY, annual tuition $10, and NYU, annual tuition $750. That choice was easy. He described CCNY in the early 1950s as a hotbed of liberalism, radicalism, and even some leftover communism from the 1930s. but what attracted his attention was young guys on campus in uniform. During his second semester, he enrolled in the Reserve Officers Training Corps, or ROTC, confessing, "I'm not sure why." His studies didn't improve much, but he said, "All I ever looked forward to was ROTC." He made new friends, including one older student who was, in his words, sharp, quick, disciplined, organized, qualities then invisible in Colin Powell. I had found a role model and a mentor. Indeed, as a senior cadet, he became cadet colonel of CCNY's ROTC Regiment, and after college, he joined the regular Army. And the rest, as they say, is history. Not that it was easy for a young black man in the 1950s and thereafter. He didn't start at an early age knowing exactly what he wanted, as he admits. He kind of stumbled into an Army career. But he did find that objective, and then he worked hard to succeed at it. Throughout his career, when Colin Powell confronted obstacles, he didn't simply complain about them. He didn't posture as a victim. He figured out how to overcome them. And then, as the Army Ranger cadence song goes, he went over the hill, around the hill, or through the hill to accomplish his mission. His strength of character, hard work, and determination brought him satisfaction and success. My second example is my old friend, dating back to 1971 when we first met in law school, Clarence Thomas. He also turned out okay as one of the 9 justices on the Supreme Court, where he still sits, to my continuing delight. To say the least, Clarence, born in 1948, same as yours truly, was not born with a silver spoon in his mouth, but into one of the most difficult circumstances in modern America. His ancestors were West African slaves who lived in the low country from Florida to the Carolinas, known as Geechees or Gullahs, names not intended to be compliments. His father deserted his mother shortly after Clarence was born, and they didn't meet until he was 9 years old, and only once thereafter. Clarence was raised initially in Pinpoint, Georgia, but his mother moved to Savannah when he was 6. She struggled as a single mother, so impoverished that Clarence remembers nagging, chronic hunger that plagued him there in 1955. His mother finally decided to turn Clarence and his brother over to her parents to raise. He called his grandfather Daddy, because that's what his mother did. Hence the name of Clarence's memoir, My Grandfather's Son. His grandfather was a small businessman. He bought an old truck, cut wood at night, and sold it during the day, later adding coal and ice delivery to his portfolio. When Clarence arrived, his grandfather also began delivering fuel oil, which Clarence helped him before leaving for school each day. He told Clarence and his brother when they arrived that, quote, "the vacation is over." Given the hardships he had faced, Clarence wasn't certain what vacation he was talking about. Their house was a house of manners, rules, and regulations, and it sounded pretty intimidating to me when Clarence told me about it during our long conversations in law school. But there was a hard logic to it. Work was at the center of his grandfather's life. As Clarence wrote, for him, all honest work was good work, and he proudly wore a t-shirt and khaki work pants every day, but expected us to do better. Our first task was to get a good education so that we could hold down a coat and tie job, and he wouldn't listen to any excuses for failure. "Old man Kant is dead. I helped bury him," he said time and again. It wasn't easy for us to accept his unbending rules, but we did it anyway. He didn't give us any choice. As Clarence wrote in his book, Daddy realized that real freedom meant independence from government intrusion, which in turn meant that you had to take responsibility for your own decisions. When the government assumes responsibility, it takes away your freedom. And wasn't freedom the very thing for which blacks in America were fighting? Finally, unlike everyone else in his family, Daddy had converted to Catholicism, and he sent Clarence to a Catholic school because he thought the children learned better when they wore uniforms and studied in structured environments. The nuns must have done a good job because Clarence went on to attend Holy Cross in Massachusetts and then Yale Law School. I can tell you that Clarence studied long hours over his law books for 3 arduous years. After working with John Danforth, then the Attorney General of Missouri and later a U.S. Senator, Clarence came to Washington to become chairman of the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. He was then nominated by President Reagan to be a judge on the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals. President George H.W. Bush nominated him to be on the Supreme Court. And after vigorous and, in my view, wholly unjustified opposition, Clarence was confirmed as a justice in 1991. It was a long way from Pinpoint, Missouri, Georgia. My own case is substantially different, but still a common American story. I was born and raised in Baltimore. My father was a firefighter for the city, and my mother was a housewife. All 4 of my grandparents came to this country as children in the early 20th century, so I am a second-generation American. I went to public school until the 6th grade when my mother told me that I would be taking a scholarship test for McDonough School near Baltimore. John McDonough was a wealthy 19th century businessman who, when he died, left his estate to Baltimore, where he was born, and New Orleans, where he made his money, for the cities to establish schools for the poor. New Orleans used the money to create its public school system. Baltimore already had one, so it set up a private school for orphaned boys, which later evolved into a paying boys' school. Scholarship students were the last remnant of McDonough's original intention. The test took a full day and another day of interviews, including with my parents, but we got the scholarship. I spent 6 years at McDonough. Like Clarence, I too wore a uniform, and things were very structured. Tommy Ostern, a lawyer at Covington and Burling in Washington, where I later practiced law, once told me, "You made the same mistake I did. You didn't pick rich parents." That was true, but like Tommy, my parents had good genes. What I did was, my contribution was to work hard. I read constantly, studying history especially. I worked hard at McDonough, I worked hard at Yale College, and I worked hard at Yale Law School. I worked hard as a lawyer. I've worked hard when I had the honor to serve in our government. Like Colin Powell and Clarence Thomas, I didn't have friends or relatives to pull strings for me. In many ways, our 3 stories are the same as tens of millions of other Americans. None of these stories is exceptional. The most important point they make is that no matter what the circumstances of your origin, you need to take control of your own lives. There are countless ways to do so, but all of them involve certain critical steps, starting and finishing with your character and discipline, perseverance, and hard work. As the 19th century poet William Ernest Henley said, "I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul." Now, while these examples are not exceptional, the country that gave us that opportunity is exceptional. It didn't get to be exceptional by accident. It won't stay exceptional by ignoring the blessings of what those who preceded us created for us to enjoy and benefit from. And those who come after us won't have these benefits unless we preserve and enhance these ideals. So as you graduate today, whatever the next stop is, you'll see many challenges in this country and around the world. To consider just a couple of examples, I'll talk briefly about one specific problem here at home, and then about the international scene. I think one of the gravest long-term threats America faces domestically comes from people who seem to believe that freedom of speech means only that you are allowed to agree with them. Under the pretext of reducing or eliminating offensive speech, people are quite simply being denied the right to say what they want. Speech is attacked today in our country from every possible perspective. Some speech is condemned by the political left, some is condemned by the political right. Some people fear being triggered and need safe zones where they can be sheltered from disturbing thoughts and ideas. Books are not published, campus speakers are disinvited, tweets are inspected for even the slightest of slights. The list goes on and on. None of this is helpful to our democracy, to civility or political discourse, or even the conduct of daily life. My mother used to tell me that sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can never hurt me. This advice was intended to say the obvious. It's a way of helping to grow up. Why is this thought itself now objectionable? America rests on the view that plain speaking is a good thing. My concern is the suppression of speech by ordinary citizens. Private suppression, not just government suppression, is a subtle threat, and actually more pernicious, especially on college campuses, but in the world at large, too. If people are afraid to speak their minds, if they fear giving offense in classroom debates, if they worry that their grades will be harmed by giving the wrong answer in an essay question, education suffers, period. The premise of American freedom is completely the opposite. Our founders believed the remedy to bad speech was more speech. Thomas Jefferson said, "Here we are not afraid to follow truth wherever it may lead, nor to tolerate any error, so long as reason is left free to combat it." The Supreme Court has said discussion of political issues should be robust, uninhibited, and wide open. And that was true then, and it remains so today. Frederick Douglass, who escaped from slavery in Maryland and became one of the great pre-Civil War abolitionist leaders, made this point critically in 1860, saying, "Liberty is meaningless where the right to utter one's thoughts and opinions has ceased to exist. Slavery cannot tolerate 5 years of free speech." None of the defenders of free speech is saying you should make the mistakes so many do today. You do not need to be ungracious, uncivil, impolite, or cause unnecessary problems by your own speech. But when people try to suppress the content of speech because they disagree with it, a fire alarm should go off in your brain. Whatever you do, do not let them stop you, or especially people you disagree with, from speaking their minds. Turning to the international arena, and we're getting close to the end here, you can see the world faces a variety of threats to freedom and security for the United States and our allies. In this hemisphere, we see what I called, when I was in government, the troika of tyranny: Cuba, Nicaragua, Venezuela, threatening their own citizens, their neighbors in the Caribbean, and across both continents. In Europe, we see a brutal, grinding war in Ukraine with no end in sight. Worldwide, the threats of international terrorism and the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction by rogue states are growing. And this century's existential threat, the authoritarian regime in Beijing, menaces its neighbors from Japan and Taiwan to India and the United States in so many ways. Each of these threats warrants ample discussion, but I want you to be alert to a different threat, a temptation really, that America has suffered from in the past and is faced with again today. That is the temptation of isolationism, the notion that we can insulate our country from the rest of the world and not be adversely affected by it. Many who have succumbed to this temptation say we have too many problems here at home to worry about other countries. Others say we have no vital interest affected by problems beyond our borders. There are many variations on this theme, but they all end with the same conclusion, namely that the United States need not be involved. Of course, the United States cannot be involved in every international problem, nor should we be. We have to decide where our vital national interests are and act accordingly. Our foreign policy is not based on charity, but on clearly understanding why a strong America internationally is critical to maintaining our way of life here at home. It is wrong to say that the default position is to do nothing, the knee-jerk reaction across the political spectrum of too many Americans. In the last century and in this one, we have learned painfully, again and again, that not understanding the implication of foreign crises for the United States until it is too late often requires greater effort and risk than if we acted prudently earlier. Winston Churchill once called this phenomenon of not understanding threats and dangers early enough as the confirmed unteachability of mankind. Make up your own minds on what you think is America's proper place in the world and what is the best way to protect our country and our way of life. But at a minimum, do not think that our security is easily achievable or cost-free. There are many things for all the graduates to think about on this important day and the days ahead. But for goodness sakes, and I'm confident on this point, don't forget to enjoy yourselves and your accomplishments with your parents, family, friends, and teachers. They are just as happy and proud as you are. Bishop, I'm almost done. Bishop Goldson, let me conclude by saying what a privilege it has been to be with you here today. I wish you all the very best in coming years. Thank you for letting me join you. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, family and graduates. My name is Shania Choute, and I am a graduating senior attending Tennessee State University. This is a momentous day for everyone and the beginning to a successful chapter in each one of our lives. I would like to introduce a remarkable student who will be speaking about a special chapter in her life. Please welcome to the stage our student spotlight, Camille Brown.
Thank you. All right. Good afternoon. Founder Bishop Barrington Goldson, Senior Leadership Team, Chairman Robert Stewart, members of the Board of Trustees, Principal Holloway, Academy administrators, teachers, staff, friends and family, distinguished guests, and my fellow graduates. I know that we are all excited to be here today. We've come a long way and have worked very hard to get to where we are today, and we should commend ourselves for this accomplishment. I am grateful that I'm here to stand before everyone to share this bittersweet moment. Bitter, because we have formed such a family here at the Academy, and our time has now come to depart. Sweet, because we are now embarking on our new journeys. It has taken a lot of focus and commitment to arrive here at this moment. When I began my senior year, I held myself to such a high standard and told myself, this will be your final year to not only impress your parents and teachers, but now colleges. I thought nothing could break this mentality and focus of mine, but in an instant and completely unexpectedly, my life situation changed. Within the first weeks of September, I faced a life-threatening injury that didn't allow me to come back to school until the midst of October. I was instantly knocked off my initial path. I lost all motivation and hope that I would be able to catch up with all the studies I'd missed. Even upon returning, I found it very difficult to catch on to what I was being taught because my injury didn't allow me to retain what I was learning, and my focus was ultimately compromised. I felt that life hadn't given me a fair opportunity to showcase my abilities. I felt like I was instantly put into a position to fail. This incident had impacted my mental state greatly, and I felt as if I was in a dark place with myself. I felt stuck, and that I couldn't do anything to go back in time and change those events. I've tried my absolute hardest to get back to where I was before, but soon I came to the realization that I can no longer dwell on what has already been done, but to now move forward and finding new ways to progress. After long hours of practicing to get my speech back to the way it was, getting my balance back, and slowly adjusting to being in the light, I can confidently say, I did it. Although I was hindered in the moment, I was able to regain my focus, coming back 10 times better than I was before. With that being said, I share this to show that sometimes we will be knocked down, we will fail, we will become doubtful, but to not let the unforeseen circumstances define us and not allow us to keep going. Don't let the shadows of the dark place that you may go in or may be in stop you from persevering on and coming out on top. You must always remind yourself of who you are and what you are capable of doing. Aim to exceed your own capabilities and anyone else's standards they have set for you. With that being said, we are not perfect. Only God is perfect. We are human, so every time you fall, pick yourself up every time and dust yourself off. Strive to be the best version of yourself, and that is all anyone can ask of you. Like Kim Collins himself said, strive for continuous improvement instead of perfection. Academy Charter School, it has been an eventful and amazing journey, and I thank all those who have helped me get to this point today. I want to give a shout out to my parents, family, friends, principals, counselors, teachers, and all the staff members behind the scenes for making this all possible for me. I thank y'all so much. Ladies and gentlemen, class of 2022, coming from Camille Brown, I wish you all the best, and I thank you for making my last 4 years one of my best 4 years. Thank you. Now, I would like to call up Mr. Holloway to receive the class of 2022's token of appreciation. Now, I'm excited to introduce our concert band. Please enjoy the performance of Thunderous. Any remaining seniors that are in the band, please sit with the band right here. Thank you.
Thank you, Academy Band. Could we just give the graduating class of 2022 a round of applause? Could you just put your hands together for them? Graduates, I want to tell you that you are a peculiar group. Peculiar because you are the first set of Academy babies that came to us in kindergarten, and now you are big graduates. Congratulations! You're actually living our dreams. You're actually living our dreams. And I just want to congratulate you from going right through the academy, and you have kept that high academy standard. So for the time that you were with us, you have lived by 3 words: learn, lead, and serve. And my final charge to you, I want to leave you with those 3 words. As you step into a new path of your future success, I just want to say to you, learn, get as much knowledge as you need, get as much understanding, but with all that knowledge, please use wisdom. As you go out into the world, be open-minded, explore, gain knowledge from every experience that you encounter. But at the same time, I want to admonish you, be cautious. Be cautious of the negatives. Be cautious of the naysayers. And be leaders, not followers. Be who they say you are. You are Academy stars. And you will always shine and shine brilliantly. You're also preparing yourselves for coming back and giving your service to your communities and to your families. Please be diligent as you prepare yourselves. Prepare yourselves diligently. Every situation that you get, make sure you learn from it and you're prepared to glean something that you can take back to serve. Serve your communities and serve your families. Thank you for being our babies. Thank you for setting that example that you're no longer babies, that you're graduates, and you are the brilliant stars that came through the academy. Could you give them a round of applause again? Thank you. I want to introduce our valedictorian. I have the esteemed privilege of introducing Louai Hammad. Another Academy star. During his time as a scholar at the Academy Charter High School, Louai earned a 4.06 on weighted GPA. He deserves a round of applause for that. He has served as a summer camp counselor at the Hofstra University and participated in the National Honor Society and Spanish Honor Society. Additionally, he was a peer tutor at the high school and a tech intern at NY Wholesale Paper Products, LLC. Please join me in congratulating him as he is honored as a class of 2022 valedictorian. Louai will be attending New York University in the fall to study computer engineering. Could you put your hands together to honor this young man?
Good afternoon, Founder Bishop Barrington Goldson and Senior Leadership Team, Chairman Robert Stewart, members of the board, Principal Holloway, Academy teachers, staff, administrators, friends, family, distinguished guests, and my fellow class of 2022. What a ride these 4 years have been. This pandemic has chewed us up, and to see you all come through is the best feeling. I love you guys. There have been so many contributors to my success. My teachers, my family, my friends. It would be unfair to highlight one over the other. However, I want to give a special thank you to the underappreciated faculty that make up the backbone of this fine institution. To our lunch staff, custodial staff, and security team, thank you so much for creating a safe, comfortable, and inviting learning environment. You are all truly fundamental in the success of all the students at the Academy. I also want to thank my mother, who has devoted everything to raising her 3 boys as a single parent. There is no way for me to fully understand how difficult that is. I cannot appreciate her enough. I love you, Mom. Fortunately, I had a father for the first 8 years of my life. But after his death in 2012, I felt lost. With the move from my childhood home in Manhattan to my grandparents' house on Long Island, I was struck with grief and a broken sense of home. To distract myself from these feelings, I turned to academics to pass the time. I would spend hours on my homework, making sure that it was perfect. In class, I would be laser focused and was never afraid to ask questions, even correcting the teacher at times. I was the textbook definition of an excellent student, but my intentions were not in the right place. I asked myself, what do you want out of your life, out of your time, out of your pain? What do you truly want out of it? I knew that keeping up that same level of excellence required a motivation greater than just needing a distraction from grief. Many hours were spent staring into the abyss of my attic ceiling in bed, leading to this answer. I want to do my best in anything that I do. Mediocrity is failure. It's such a simple remark, doing your best. But our absolute upper limit is so much farther than what we're willing to do. Comfort is a human's greatest obstacle. So now, I'm asking you, what do you want? When my peers came up to me to ask for advice, I was always confused about why they were asking me, idolizing me in a way that felt unnatural. The reason? Our difference in outcomes. They wanted to know how I got to where I am today. It was during these conversations that I ended up learning something myself. How different someone's desires and actions could be. Someone could want to be a millionaire, but if they settled for the bare minimum, then they actually wanted to be just enough. If you acted solely in the interest of your goals, then you will succeed. Now, there's no secret, quick path to success. And as we take the first step towards the next chapter of our lives, I want to leave you with a quote by Theodore Roosevelt. I have never in my life envied a human being who led an easy life. I have envied a great many people who led difficult lives and led them well. I hope you all find your own flavor of success in the near future. There are so many opportunities ahead of you to be your best. Class of 2022, make this next chapter of your life 10 times better than the last. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again to the commencement ceremony for our graduating class of 2022. This part of the ceremony is the passing of the light of knowledge. Light is a source of illumination used to convey something positive and hopeful. Across cultures, light is an ancient symbol of understanding and intellectual thought. It is a symbol used for awareness, knowledge, and understanding. Today, as our scholars past, present, and future pass on the light of knowledge, they continue a tradition. They affirm the importance of continuing lasting legacies, and they recommit to continuing the mission of the Academy Charter School. Melanie?
As the second valedictorian of the Academy Charter High School, representing the graduating class of 2021, I, Melanie Acosta, hereby pass on the light of knowledge to Louai Hammad. This light represents the world-class knowledge and education we have gained at the Academy Charter School and the bright future ahead of us.
As the valedictorian of the class 2022, I, Louai Hammad, do accept the light of knowledge. As I move on to higher academic endeavors, I pledge to continue to learn, I pledge to continue to lead, and I pledge to continue to serve my community. Today, on this 20th day of June 2022, I hereby pass on the light of knowledge. I charge you, Jocelyn Escobar, to continue to fulfill this mission.
I'd first like to start off with a huge congratulations to the graduating class of 2022. As a rising senior of the Academy Charter High School, and on behalf of my graduating class, the class of 2023, we accept the charge to learn today. We accept the charge to lead tomorrow, and we accept the charge to serve in the future. Our class promises to continue on the legacy you all have left behind. Thank you. Please help me welcome Stephanie Ramirez and our choral team to lead us in the singing of Vivir Mi Vida.
Good afternoon. First, I want to say congratulations to the class of 2022. I hope nothing but the best for you guys, and that's really all. I dedicate this song to the Latinos and just in general to everybody because, well, why not? So yeah. And I would like everyone to stand up, a little two-step, you know, and I mean everybody. So please, or just clap, no two-step, doesn't matter. Get a little groove on, please. I know everybody can dance here, please. Llega la lluvia para limpiar las heridas, a veces solo una gota puede vencer la sequía. ¿Y para qué llorar? ¿Para qué? Si duele una pena se olvida. ¿Y para qué para qué, si así es la vida, se olvida. Voy a reír, voy a bailar, vivir mi vida, Voy a reír, voy a gozar, vivir mi vida, Voy a vivir el momento para entender el destino. Voy a escuchar en silencio para encontrar el camino. ¿Y para qué llorar? ¿Para qué? Si duele una pena, se olvida. ¿Y para qué sufrir? ¿Para qué? Si duele una pena, se olvida. Voy a reír, voy a bailar, vivir mi vida, Voy a reír, voy a gozar, vivir mi vida, Class of 2022, make some noise because you guys are graduating! And once again, congratulations, that's really all I can say, man. Voy a reír, voy a bailar, pa' que vivir, pa' que sufrir, a veces sufrir seguir. Voy a reír, voy a gozar, de la vida solo sola. Voy a reír, voy a bailar. Vive, sigue, siempre para adelante y nunca para atrás. Voy a reír, voy a bailar, vivir mi vida, Voy a reír, voy a gozar, vivir mi vida,
Good afternoon, everyone. A special good afternoon to our parents. I know you're feeling tremendously proud today, and you should be. To our Board of Trustees, thank you for being here today. To our leadership team, led by our founder, Bishop Barrington Goldson, and Mr. Stewart, our Board Chair, thank you for supporting our students. So despite all of the struggles and challenges of the past 2 years, here we are again. It's graduation time. To Mr. Holloway, Ms. Roopnaween, Ms. Campbell, Ms. Commencement, guidance counselors, staff, faculty, you have done a tremendous job. Please note, parents, guests, our graduating class of 2022 are attending some of America's finest colleges and universities. So despite the struggles, our students are still succeeding beyond all of their dreams. To the graduates, the class of 2022, as you transition from high school to college, you must be very excited that you're leaving us here at the Academy and anxious to begin the next phase of your academic journey in college. We are indeed proud of your accomplishment. If you can recall, the last 2 years of schooling has been challenging, but you're here now with diploma in hand. There's a good old song that says, and you should be singing and shouting, ain't no stopping us now. You guys remember that song? Ain't nothing stopping you. Ain't nothing stopping you. Go out there and get some more. You know what I mean. The college degree. Continue to excel. With the many opportunities that exist to learn and grow, the class of 2022 is entering a world that allows for creativity and independent thinking. I must, however, remind you about the power of collaboration, community, collegiality, and friendship. All those qualities that our staff have provided guidance to you over the last few years. We are confident that we have provided you with the tools and the skills that you need to succeed. We continue to encourage you to keep learning, growing, and aspiring to whom you desire to become and the career path that you intend to pursue. Today is Juneteenth. With the spirit of emancipation and freedom, go celebrate with your family and friends. On behalf of the faculty and staff at the Academy, congratulations on your graduation. Thank you.
Good afternoon, graduates, families, staff, and special guests. I am Ms. Redling, and I have had the privilege of serving as College and Career Counselor this past school year. I am pleased to announce the recipients of the Office of the State Comptroller Student Achievement Award. This award recognizes students who have shown academic excellence and the potential for leadership through involvement in activities that have improved the school or the community. It is my pleasure to announce the 2 scholars who have exemplified their leadership in our school and in our community. Congratulations to Robert Kelly and Shayla Reyes. The next award is the Attorney General's CCC Award, which recognizes the commitment, character, and courage of New York's hardworking students. Although our state's educational landscape has changed drastically over the past 2 years, one thing that has remained constant is the resiliency, creativity, and brilliance of our scholars. I am pleased to give the CCC Award to 2 students who have exemplified this resiliency, Camille Brown and Shania Choute.
Yes, Naya.
Congratulations. We're going to give you your certificate because it's not in there, so just bring it. Thank you. Congratulations. The Academy Charter School has been selected as a winner of the New York FAFSA Completion Challenge. The New York FAFSA Completion Challenge, conducted by the Education Trust of New York, recognizes schools for high FAFSA completion rates. 12 awards will be made to schools across the state. As a result of this achievement, we have the esteemed privilege to offer a scholarship in the amount of $750 to our valedictorian, Louai Hammad. We will now begin the conferring of the diplomas.
I love you more.
Oh gosh, let me compose myself. Class of 22, I love you. I will miss you, but we gotta take care of business right now, so I just want to introduce myself for those of you that don't know me. My name is Mrs. Anthony. I had the privilege of being their school counselor. Yes. It is my honor to begin conferring of diplomas of the class of 2022. Where's Louai? Louai Hammad. Straight ahead, sir. Robert Kelly. Camille Brown. Zachary Adams. Peter Ikendale. Milton Allen. Josue Alvarado. Chad Anderson. Brandon Ashpole. Jose Avalar. Justin Bailey. Sandy Bordales. Mark Bent. Michael Bent. Josiah Blaine. Kaya Blaine. Heaven Blakely. Shalia Boswell. Delilah Brown. Orion Campbell. Oscar Caracamo Chavez. Shantia Carter Smith. Jacob Cerrone. Shania Choute. Yoritza Correras. Olivia Davidson. Kai Dale. Shania Dolman. Mahalia Donald. Candace Duncan. Alexander Escobar. Erica Esther. Omar Feitu. Obara Fashikin.
Miss Anthony.
I love you, baby.
I love this class of 2022.
Yeah, know I gotta do it.
Stephen Fuentes.
Josani Gores. Yancy Guevara. Cristian Guzmán Amaya. Faith Handy. Oh, sorry. Justin Henderson. Sharif Hill. Carl Hodge. Chloe Holly Jr. Kenny Ibanez. Jeremy Hara. Charlene Jean Simone. Chad Jones. Yamalin Mary Yancey Joseph. Agadichi Kalu. Aisha Kelly. Akira Kasoon. Rowan Laylaw. Adriana Lambert. Khalil Langley. Talia Lawson James. Dianique Little. Joseph Luasu. Ivana Lomax. Kaya Lucas. Lillian Martinez. Jaylene Martinez Manueles. Janelle McDougall. Marbian Michelle. Anaya Mitchell. Aaron Murray. Brianna Michael. Jason Naheda. Catherine Ortiz. Reina Osorio. Isaiah Patterson. Zaire Palat.
Brian Persona. Brianna Petty. Amber Pink. Ariana Pompey. Isis Porter. Sade Raymond. Shayla Reyes. Haziel Richardson. Davis Robles. Nathaniel Sanchez. Alexandre Sese. Nevaeh Smalls. Shanette Smart. Chauncey Saint Armand. Stephanie Staten. Jaren Style. Mark Anthony Taylor. Janae Thompson. Camille Tolley. Edwin Trigueros. Steven Valiente Pereira. Juliana Jules Vieira. Eric Villegas. Betsy Wagnack. Love you. Najea Wallace. Daniel Wells. Elijah Williams. Ray J. Williams. Tiana Wilson. Irvin Wright. Shania White. Joseph Yanis. Owen Yanis. Yepes. Congrats. Sean Zafar.
Class of 2022, can you do me a favor and stand to your feet for a moment? So class of 2022, just before we go, hold on, just a minute. Having served as your principal for the last 4 years, to our founder and CEO, Bishop Barrington Goldson, to our chairman, Robert Stewart, to Dr. Nicholas Stapelton, our chief academic officer, it brings me no greater privilege or pleasure than to present to you and to our world the Academy Charter High School's graduating class of 2022. Graduates, if you have not already done so, please remove your tassel from the right to the left. So I think after this last set of congratulations, we're going to conclude this morning's graduation exercises. But families, I must say thank you so much for entrusting the care and the education of your scholars to the Academy Charter High School. It has been a privilege to serve as your principal. And once again, by the power invested in me by the state of New York, it is my honor again to present to you the Academy Charter High School Hempstead's class of 2022. Good afternoon, families. If you would, please exit at the top of the bleachers, at the top of the section where you came in. Our graduates, you're going to exit through this door right here to my left and to your right, and we are going to meet you